In the modern world, where people are constantly chasing goals, wealth, and external validation, Eastern wisdom offers an invaluable perspective. It teaches us to embrace the present moment, cultivate self-awareness, and free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. This philosophy has been passed down for centuries, emphasizing balance, mindfulness, and the deep interconnection between all things. One of the most profound teachings of Eastern wisdom is the importance of living in the present. Many people spend their lives dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, missing out on the only time that truly exists, the present moment. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. This idea is not just spiritual rhetoric. It has practical applications in everyday life. People who constantly look back at past mistakes or failures tend to carry guilt and regret, which prevents them from moving forward. On the other hand, those who obsess over the future often experience anxiety and stress over things that have not yet happened. The key to inner peace lies in focusing on what is happening now, engaging fully in each moment, and accepting life as it unfolds. A simple example of this principle in action is mindfulness meditation. Studies have shown that practicing mindfulness can significantly reduce stress and improve overall well-being. By paying close attention to their thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations in the present moment, individuals can break free from the cycle of rumination and worry. Eastern philosophy also teaches that resisting the natural flow of life leads to suffering. Instead of trying to control every aspect of our existence, we should allow life to unfold naturally. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Do not resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward into whatever way they like. This lesson is particularly relevant in today's world, where people often feel the need to micromanage their lives, relationships, and careers. The truth is, no matter how much effort we put into controlling external circumstances, many things remain beyond our grasp. Learning to accept this truth can lead to a profound sense of liberation. For example, imagine someone who loses their job. Initially, they might feel devastated and fearful of the future. However, if they shift their perspective and embrace the situation as an opportunity for growth, they may discover new career paths, develop new skills, or even find a more fulfilling job. Resisting change only creates frustration, while embracing it opens doors to new possibilities. There is nothing so disobedient as an undisciplined mind, and there is nothing so obedient as a disciplined mind. The mind can be our greatest ally or our worst enemy, depending on how we train it. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, constant notifications, and endless entertainment options make it difficult to focus. People who lack self-discipline often struggle with procrastination, emotional instability, and poor decision-making. Self-discipline is not about restricting ourselves from enjoyment, but rather about developing control over our impulses. A disciplined mind remains calm in adversity, makes rational choices, and leads to long-term happiness rather than temporary pleasures. Take, for instance, someone trying to develop a new habit, like exercising daily. If they lack discipline, they may give in to laziness and skip workouts whenever they don't feel like it. However, if they train their mind to stay committed, they will eventually achieve their fitness goals and enjoy better health. The root of suffering is attachment. Many people believe that happiness comes from possessing things, wealth, relationships, status, or material goods. However, Eastern wisdom teaches that attachment to these external factors often leads to suffering. When people become overly attached to something, they develop a fear of losing it. This fear creates anxiety and dissatisfaction, preventing them from experiencing true peace. A real-life example of this is seen in relationships. Some individuals cling too tightly to their partners, fearing abandonment or rejection. This attachment can lead to jealousy, insecurity, and even toxic behaviors. When a person learns to love without attachment, allowing the other person to be free, they experience a much deeper and healthier connection. Similarly, people who define their self-worth by their job titles or material wealth often struggle when they lose these things. True contentment comes not from what we own, but from our inner state of being. When we attempt to exercise power or control over someone else, we cannot avoid giving that person the same power or control over us. Control is an illusion. Many people try to control their environment, relationships, and outcomes, believing that doing so will bring them security. However, the more we seek control, the more we entangle ourselves in a web of fear and anxiety. Consider parents who try to control every aspect of their children's lives: what they study, who they befriend, and what career they pursue. Instead of raising independent thinkers, they often create individuals who struggle with self-confidence and decision-making. True leadership and wisdom lie in guidance, not in control. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts and made up of our thoughts. Our thoughts shape our reality. A person who constantly harbors negative thoughts about themselves and the world will experience negativity, whereas a person who cultivates optimism will see opportunities even in adversity. For example, two people may face the same obstacle, say, financial difficulties. One may see it as a curse, feeling hopeless and defeated, while the other may see it as a challenge, motivating them to find innovative ways to overcome it. Their mindset determines their reality. This idea is echoed in modern psychology, particularly in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which helps individuals reframe negative thoughts to create a more positive outlook on life. You are an aperture through which the universe is looking at and exploring itself. Eastern philosophy emphasizes that everything is interconnected. We often see ourselves as separate from the world, but in reality, we are deeply intertwined with everything around us. This understanding fosters compassion and a sense of responsibility. When we recognize that our actions affect not just ourselves but the entire web of existence, we begin to act with greater kindness and awareness. For example, environmental sustainability is a direct application of this wisdom. When we realize that harming the planet ultimately harms us, we become more mindful of our choices, reducing waste, conserving resources, and respecting nature. Eastern wisdom is not just an abstract philosophy but a practical guide for life. It teaches us to live in the present and let go of unnecessary worries. Accept change rather than resist it. Train the mind to cultivate self-discipline and inner peace. Release attachments to find true happiness. Understand that control is an illusion and that freedom comes from letting go. Recognize the power of thoughts in shaping reality. See ourselves as part of a larger, interconnected whole. In a world filled with chaos, stress, and uncertainty, these timeless teachings provide a path to tranquility, wisdom, and fulfillment. By integrating these principles into our daily lives, we can cultivate inner peace and contribute to a more harmonious world.